All right. So tonight we have a Q&A. Yeah? Then tomorrow we have a closing talk. All right. Next one. This is more of a psychology question, I think. There are times when the mind is aware of what to speak or how to react while having a conversation. However, what is intended does not follow through in speech, and the mind can't seem to do anything but just watch it happen. For example, what is intended to be what is intended is a soft tone, but words that come out are different and harsher tone. What can I do in this situation? Thank you. There are times when the mind is aware of what to speak and how to react while having a conversation. However, what is intended does not follow through in speech, and the mind can't seem to do anything but just watch it happen. For example, what is intended is a soft tone, but words that come out are different and harsher tone. What can I do in this situation? I'm supposed to be meditating, meditator. Ask me this type of question. Usually, I'm not good at all this type of thing. Yeah. For example, I give you another way, give you another way of how you look at what your mind thinks and how your tone come out or your voice come out and everything. Sometimes you listen to a song, you listen to it again and again. You know the lyrics very well, you know the rhythm very well, but you try to sing it now. You can feel the tone inside your mind, You can feel the tone inside your mind, but sekali keluar is like a frog, rocking like kata. How come in your mind, you can able to know it, that type of song or that type of voice in a very smooth voice, in a very smooth tone, but when it comes out in your voice, you cannot repeat it. You cannot go what is in the mind and what is supposed to come out. So therefore, it's actually have to do with skills. In skills of how you talk. Yeah, in the skills of how you talk. Yeah. Some people like giving talks and in the worldly talks, in a worldly or or conversation, or they are very prolific and they are very articulate, and they can way the voice articulate their voice and their tone and everything, as if like everybody is so mesmerized. So mesmerized with what they speak, wow. It's so deep inside them, because a lot of all these things does not come overnight. It's all about training, training how to speak and so on. They repeat the whole thoughts inside their mind, and over time, before their rehearsal and all that thing, yeah, they want to sell you that MLM, let's say, to make sure that you buy or make sure that you fall into it. A lot of them are rehearsing the words and the tone. So that means, in other words, you have to have skills in it. If you're a habit of speaking a more harsher tone, and suddenly you think you want, but you still come out with your habit, because you are not trained into these type of things. So therefore, you have to train. So you have to train again and again. If you want a certain tone, certain way of speaking, you have to train yourself, just like a singer train, but this time is in a voice training. Yes, sometimes that the certain ways you speak a little bit faster, sometimes you speak a little bit slower, sometimes you speak a stronger tone, sometimes you speak a softer tone. It has an impact on how people listen to you. Yeah. It has this type of impact. Uh, uh, uh. So it is important. It is important that I mean this type of tones is certain in a certain way it is important. But the tone here actually and voice and so on, they are actually still secondary. What is primary here? You check your mind now, whether it's truthful or not when it's going to come out. Whether it's truthful or not, a bit harsher, never mind. Sometimes softer, also good, Is it truthful or not? You check your speech and see. If it's truthful, then good. Then the next thing you check, is it beneficial to the party or not? Is it beneficial to the party that your conversation that's going to come out? If you come out not beneficial to them, although it's truthful, not to them, then keep silent. That one is more important now. So it's whether whether it's truthful or not, whether it's beneficial to the party or not. Then the third one, whether it's timely or not. Whether it's timely or not. Sometimes even you give a Dhamma talk, if you're not at the right time for the person or the people, then the talk is not, although it's truthful, is beneficial but not timely. Supposing I give a meditation talk, or okay, or put it around. If I give just this whole 3 months, let's say, I give all kinds of Dhamma talk except meditation. Let's say, I give all kinds like dana, sila, and it's still wholesome also, still wholesome. Talk about deva, talk about hantu, talk about spirit, talk about 31 plane of existence and things like that. Talk the whole 3 months. And nothing on walking, sitting, and so on. Then it is still truthful, it is still beneficial in a certain way, but it may not be timely, but it may not be beneficial also. Yeah. So if a conversation that comes out or the speech that come out, then the primary thing is whether it's truthful, whether it's beneficial to you, whether it's timely to the person that's listening. You cannot like go to in the let's say in a shopping mall, then they have a platform for you and a mic and a speaker and everything. Then you can talk 4 Noble Truth. You can talk 4 Noble Truth in the shopping mall like that. I think people will hear you. Then it's truthful. May not be beneficial, but may be beneficial to some, but it's not timely. It's the wrong place, the wrong time. You see what I mean? Yeah. So other words, this criteria is more important than how the tone comes out. Now, the Buddha says that sometimes the speech also has to come out with whether it's harsh speech or a strong speech or a pleasant way. Yeah? But this criteria is optional. This criteria is optional because sometimes the Buddha also admonish yogis, admonish the monks also. You admonish them also. Not necessary all the time. Meditate, walking, sitting, and all that thing. There's no such thing like that. Not all the time. Sometimes it says, foolish monk, stupid monk, come here. In a very admonishment type of tone, So it can be a problematic. It can be that criteria can be optional. But if we find that on a certain occasion we need to admonish, we have to admonish. If certain occasion we have to speak more pleasantly, then we speak more pleasantly. We change. This is what happened in the interview room. Sometimes most of the time I speak properly, but sometimes some yogis, really stubborn, arrogant, they just don't listen to you. They always they have other teachers in mind. Although they want to come to your retreat, but there are other teachers always in mind. Somehow or another, uh, and somehow like they like to compare teachers and compare this style. Very ugly one, this type of yogis. So some yogis I have to shout at them, and very rare lah, but I did once or twice or few times before lah. Some yogis just cannot. Yeah. So you have sometimes you have a bit stronger words. But that is not my nature. That is not my nature. But sometimes I do, because it has to put the whole message across. Because too soft with them, they cannot really. You know? So the tone is secondary, as I said. What is primary is whether it's truthful, whether it's beneficial, whether it's timely for the person, for the person that is hearing it. Okay.